everybody, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone is doing well today. I thought that I would do something a little bit different today, not working in a journal of any kind, although you could take what I'm doing and certainly do it in a journal. So the summer to me is always a period when you think of patriotic things, and many years ago, I can't even tell you how many years ago, I had made a banner, and I believe it was these three pieces. These are made from vintage bingo cards, and the banner was these three pieces. And see this one? Oh, you know what? It goes in this order. It goes, okay, I see what I did. I did U, S, and A. Here, let me put it down like this. Okay, so like this, okay? Three vintage bingo cards, and then each one had like a collage and some bling bling and, you know, whatever. I used my Cricut to do the lettering, although I don't have my Cricut anymore. I had got rid of that a long time ago, so that's why I'm saying these are quite old. And then there was a single one, a single piece that says USA, and it's got this image of this cute little girl with the flag and this little paper poof, some fringe, some sequins that are shaped like stars, whatever. Okay, so I found these in my suitcase full of finished work, and I wanted to make a banner for my fireplace at this house here, but these are not big enough. This is the four pieces. I took the original cording out. Well, not cording. What I had used for the three pieces was red seam binding, and then I had a piece of white on the single one. I cut that off, and I decided four pieces is not enough for my fireplace here. It's quite a bit larger. So what I thought I would do was to add some pieces to it. So I cut three more pieces out. Now these were, like I said, these are just vintage bingo cards. That's what they are. But I didn't have any more of these bingo cards. So what I did was I just used cardboard, which is about the same weight. And I'm not fussed that the color doesn't match, because it's really the front you're going to see. You're not going to see the back at all. And what I did was I covered them with some papers. Now, this one here and this one here, these two I believe are authentic. This one I'm not sure whose paper that is, because I have a folder, and I have done this for Easter and other holidays, whatever, and I have some bits and bobs in here. Now I do have these bingo cards that have patriotic sayings on them, but they're much larger, so I decided not to use those ones. So this is just all patriotic stuff that I have in here. Napkins. I'm actually going to pull out, I do have some stickers here that are fireworks. We'll see about using those. So I thought today I would just do three more banner pieces to go with these, and then I will lay them out somehow so that they work. So I'm looking now, and I think the first thing I probably should do is punch the holes in them before I go and make some great, like I'm going to make some great arrangement. But anyway, I don't want to end up having to punch a hole through somebody's eyeball or something. So I'm just going to go ahead and try punch the holes here. And all I'm doing, okay, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to probably trace them and then punch them out. I'm trying to be lazy is what I'm trying to do, and just punch through the circle, but that's not working. So let me see if I can do it this way instead. Hopefully I didn't make these too thick. These authentic papers, I almost wasn't even, you know what, it would make more sense to punch from this side because I can see it better. Because the authentic papers themselves are really thick, but not quite thick enough to make I didn't think to just make the whole thing. So, Okay, there we go. Yeah. And I could have used my what is it called? What is the big thing that we punch holes with? Oh my goodness, you know what I mean. However, that mine does not punch holes big enough, because even the bigger setting does not punch holes big enough. So I want to make sure that I can get the seam binding. I think I'll probably just end up using some off-white seam binding to bind all 7 pieces together, because I have 2 rolls of that seam binding. So I thought that, yeah, and then it won't really clash with either paper or anything if I use just off-white. Okay, just one more and then we're going to get on with it here. So anyway, I hope you all are enjoying your summer. I cannot believe that it's almost the end of June already. What the heck has happened to our year? I'm in Virginia and we are still suffering extreme heat here, and actually drought. I cannot even tell you the last time it rained. I just don't even remember the last time it rained. Most people's grass is brown, like it gets in August. Okay, so I'm just going to see, I just want to figure out, I've got to do the USA in order, obviously. So if I do U, and then that one, and then that one, and then that one, and then the A, and then that one, and then this last one that says USA. Okay, so let me put them back in order here. We'll look at the first one first. I don't want to well, it's not really going to matter that much because they're not going to be touching. No, it doesn't make any difference, although in composition it might. So I'm just going to keep these 2 here, but this is obviously the one I'm going to work on. Now, I did these, like I said, a long, long time ago, and my style has absolutely really changed since then. And the funny thing is, I would paint underneath, I would put gesso underneath it and, dull it down and all of this now. But then, I guess that wasn't on my radar. So I'm just trying to think here which part of this is just a receipt. Maybe that part because it's got some red on it. So let's just see. And I pulled out, I have a tin. And I know you all have one of these, right? It's like the junk drawer of tins, right? It is literally your junk drawer of tins, because it's got just not garbage, but just everything in there, right? She's cute. We're going to use her on one of the pieces. Oh, you know what? Maybe we could use her on this piece. No, I think she's a little bit this is a little bit too busy. I think what I'm going to have to do, somewhere I thought I had, yes, I had pulled out some Tim Holtz peoples, the little paper doll peoples. So maybe we'll use some of those on here. But this is very busy paper. So I'm going back to my thought that maybe I will have to use both of these pieces and just have the blue kind of outlining it and do something like that. Maybe something like that. I honestly, I don't know. Let me think here. I'm gonna get rid of these because what did I do with my other ones? I just don't know. I'm just gonna make 3. I'm just gonna make 3. They're gonna go together. They're gonna hang on my fireplace and they're gonna be fine. Because generally, I think of anything from Memorial Day on as being, when you can hang, see, maybe she'll go better on there. When you can hang patriotic things. I mean, you can put patriotic things up all year round, obviously, but I tend to put stuff up, that patriotic stuff, starting Memorial Day, but then going all the way through the summer. It doesn't just have to be Now this says Hero, Flag, Star, and Brave. I wonder if these go with those other big cards, if they're the same. See, she's got her hand on her head like she's saluting, so maybe we can put flag there, something like that. These other ones aren't that fussy. There's only a couple actual elements on them. I mean, there might be some trim or something, but they're not like super crowded. So I don't want to put too much on the 3 and then, oh, wait a minute. Look, here are actually little flags here. These are fun. These are by Jolie's, and can you see they've got like clear beads over them. They're kind of beaded like. Okay, let's maybe do this, something more like this, because then it says flag. There is a flag, and there's our little girl. Okay, so let's get some more of these Tim Holtz people. We've got this little guy with the horn, and he is dressed in some kind of uniform, but that might actually be more, I don't know if it does look like he's military. One of these, the flag things here says Hero, which might be fun to use, but let's see what else we've got. We've got just this little cluster made with some faux denim and a star or something. Maybe we can just do something like that. See, I'm just really putting these together here. I want to get something up before it's too late, because 4th of July is next week already. Can you believe that, you guys? It's already next week. This is a cute picture. It's a little bit too big for these, but look, these little kids with the 4th of July parade. And these postcards are like, they're not vintage, but they're vintage style postcards. I love these with Lincoln and George Washington. I'll have to think of something else to do with those. Now let's see what else we've got here. Now we've got a tiny little girl here, and she's got a flag. She's very cute. What if we put Mom and Dad up here and put our little girl somewhere here, down here? Maybe something like that. And the proud Mom and Dad can go up here. The flower can kind of go in the middle. I don't know. We'll see about that. This one I actually don't mind the way it is. I've got all kinds of little bits and bobs here. Got this little fence. I just pulled out anything vintage stars, black heart here. Although we don't have a whole lot of black going on. I do have this red, white, and blue. It's a milk bottle cap from Hartwick Dairy in Woodland. I have no idea where that's from. I mean, it's obviously from Woodland, but I have no idea where Woodland is. But maybe we could just put that there. Vintage more stars. I've got some little paper hearts here. Let's see here. I know this is completely different from what I usually do, but like I said, I just really wanted to get this done. And you know, I used to make tons of stuff like this, and I'd sell it, and I'd sell a lot of it. And then I kind of got out of it to do like journaling, art journaling, and junk journaling and stuff like that. But I used to do quite a bit of this kind of stuff. I even had some ladies in New England who I would make stuff, I would send it up to them. I'd just make like 4 things that were similar for different seasons and just mail it up to them, and they'd just send me a check. One of them would send me a check for their stuff. You know, they would buy it sight unseen. They just liked my work. All right, so what I also have, if I can pick it up here, is a cupcake liner, although this is probably more like one of the little bonbon liners because it's very small. And maybe do something like that. And let's see what else. I've got a little key here. I've got these fireworks. I'd like to use them because I want to use stuff up. Let's see here, which would work best here. I know you all probably like use that one on that one, that one on that one, and that one on that one, but I'm having trouble here. Okay, this big one here. Let's see here. We're gonna put this one, if I can get it off here. They're see-through stickers, which I love, but we're gonna actually put this behind our young man here. We're gonna put that there. See, I'm glad I put the holes in there. And even though this stuff is going to be covering up a little bit, that's okay with me. So we had that, and him. And we can move him over a little bit and then maybe put that there. I'm not sure about that composition. This one I actually like. Let's see here. Is this two? Oh, this was cut in half. So this is 2 pieces. Let's see here. Let's use one piece here. Where are we going to put this? What fell on the floor? Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? We can have them coming up from behind that the cupcake liner. And here's the other half. Yay, I'm killing a... Let's do that. Some stickers. All right, so let's do that like that. That's cute. And then this one here, they get this one. This one's tricky, a little bit tricky for me. I'm trying to figure this out here. Let's move these two over a little bit. All right, if we do that and that. You know what, I think with these guys, what I'm gonna have to do is go ahead and stick this down first because it keeps moving and I'm 99.9% sure I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and get this down. So here's the thing. It's funny. I was reading a blog this morning, and I think it's from somebody who's part of the Everything Art conglomeration or whatever you would call it. And she was writing about how she got really stuck creating, and she figured out why, and the answer was social media, because she had started and she was putting stuff on, I think, Instagram and maybe Facebook, or Instagram and YouTube, I don't know, two social media sites. And so she then got into a funk because after she had been doing it for quite a while, I know that's not straight, I can see that, but you know what, it is what it is. After a while, she realized that what her problem was that she was afraid that nothing she did was going to be as good as it was before, or that she had peaked. And you know what would be really cute? If we could have date right there, because look, even though it's mom and dad, we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna figure out, is this flower gonna go over dad's leg? Move the heart. Let's have the heart coming out from behind dad here. And put the little girl here, and the flower over him, but under her. So now I have to figure out how this is gonna work. Anyway, so what she was saying was, social media actually had crippled her in a way, because she was more afraid of social media, you know, and getting it right for her social media things than actually creating the work. And, you know, I was reading that and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so true. You know, we're always just like, is this good enough to put on YouTube? You know, or is this Facebook? Oh, I don't do Facebook. I don't do Instagram or anything, but, you know, YouTube. And is this worthy? And, you know, what if my creating starts to go bad? You know, it got like peaked and now it's going to go downhill or whatever. So what she said she did, which is brilliant, and I hope you all do this. I do and I don't, and I'll explain that when I tell you what it is. She started a journal. I think she found a journal that she had in her stash that she hadn't worked in. You know, some kind of journal. We all have those blank journals. I'm not, I think she purchased it. It wasn't one that she created. I think it was a purchased one. But anyway, she had this journal, and I'm just trying to figure out how to do this here. Let's go this way because I don't necessarily, yeah, let's go that way. This one right here is actually a Victorian piece of scrap. You can tell by the back here. I've gotten scrapbooks and stuff like that from my antique shop and everything, and so I do pull these things out every once in a while, and I actually use them, because what good is it to have them sitting in a file when they could actually be used? And no, I'm not going to copy them and do all that hoo-ha. I'm just not. Anyway, so what she did was she took this notebook that she found, or this journal that she had in her stash, and she decided that whatever she created in it, she would not show it to anybody. It was just for her to play. And I thought that is a really good idea, because then you don't have to create for somebody else. You're truly creating just for yourself, which is what we should be doing. But, you know, social media does kind of wreck it for us, right? Anybody who doesn't make doesn't make videos and doesn't post their stuff, you kind of have more freedom, because nobody's going to see your work unless you wanted to, like, you know, show your friends or something like that. But anyway, so I thought that was a really good idea. And the two art journals that I have showed you some pages, because I think we've actually worked on some of the pages together. But I'm looking for my black Stabilo. Oh, it's right there, Helen. I have those two art journals that I'm really trying to finish up this year as a part of what, you know, we all are trying to do some stuff where we're finishing up journals we've started. And so I'm going to work in those. I found another free class that I'm doing online, and I'm not going to show any more. I'm not going to show those two journals, because I'm just going to concentrate on playing for myself. So that is cool. And I'm so happy that I'm sorry, I think I just bumped you guys. I'm so happy that I came across that post today. And I wish I could tell you her name. I can't remember, but I think it's Everything Art, that group. They have a whole bunch of classes online. They do have free classes too, if you're looking for some inspiration. Okay, so there's that one, and we might add some more bling bling to that in a bit, but I just kind of wanted to get the bottom compositions done, and then we can figure out what we're going to do on top of that, right? So this thing here, I'm going to probably have to use this. It is paper, but it's like waxy kind of paper. I'm not sure where this even came from, but I'm going to use the poster board glue, because I really need it to hold. And I did want it to kind of cover up where those fireworks are coming out. So then we have this little thing that says flag. Again, I'll use this because this is pretty heavy cardboard here. Yeah, so I think that really is what I need. I don't know what you all need. You all know what you need, but I think I need to have an outlet that I just keep to myself. Are these stickers? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, I think that's just the back of them. It's just going to be hanging on my fireplace. It's not like it's going to get wear and tear or pulled at or anything like this. Okay, like this. Yeah, so man, is it hot and stinky here. And I'm kind of bummed, because when we were up at the cabin, we didn't even have to turn our air conditioning on at all, even though it's only 3 hours from here. The key is the elevation. You know, we're on the side of a mountain, and we get a nice breeze, and the front and back porch are both screened in, so we had the front and back of the house, the doors open, letting the breeze in and going through the house. And then of course we had our ceiling fans on too. This is kind of a little bumpy to have her on, so I'm trying to shift her a little bit to the side there. But anyway, oh, I gotta get this. It was so nice not having the air conditioning on, and I just cannot stand being back down here. I really need something here. Maybe we'll put some stars, some of these vintage stars around here. I can't stand being down here locked in the house. And you know, we close up the blinds. You know, the sun shines on the back of our house in the morning, so we close those blinds in the morning and open the front ones, and then vice versa in the afternoon, right? Okay, I think I'm going to put that at an angle. But the thing is, it just makes the house so dark. It's like you're living in a jail, and you have to have the air conditioning on because it's so stinking hot. Yeah, not thrilled about being back. Was it this way? Was it there? Okay, it is now. Okay, then maybe we'll do this one a little bit askew that way, and then put our little dude on there. Let's pull that down a little bit, and we can put his little milk thing there. I don't know what the milk thing has to do with anything other than it's red, white, and blue. Yeah, so we do have a pool here, but I don't do public pools. They're full of chlorine and screaming kids and that aren't my own, and yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that. So okay, that like that, it looks like he's standing on this red one, so I do that there. Yeah, but I am excited because my girlfriends who I went to Pennsylvania with all have gardens. We all have gardens of some size or another. Whether it's container gardens or actual, you know, big in-ground gardens or combination or whatever. And one of them told us about some seeds, a seed company called M.I. Gardener, which stands for Michigan Gardener. I think I'll put it over him a little bit like that. And they have a sale on right now, so she told me some of the ones that she really liked, peas and some tomatoes and whatever. So because they have a sale on, and you only have to get $19.99 worth of seeds to get free shipping. So I ordered some seeds. The tomatoes obviously are for next year, but I got some peas and some kale and lettuce and everything for my fall gardens, and so I'm excited about that. I'm excited because my spring garden or my summer garden is not doing so great because totally me. I planted stuff too late. I planted my lettuces too late. I direct seeded a lot of stuff, which I've never done before, and it just totally didn't work. Usually let's put another heart there. Usually I plant in little peat pots and then upsize, and yes, it is a ton of work. However, the results I got last year compared to this year are just night and day. Just night and day. They did so much better last year. So I'm probably going to start the seeds and do it the way I did last year. But I'm going to grow peas, which I've never grown before. And I'm also going to, both in my beds and the containers that I use. I have beds up at the cabin and containers here. I am going to do more square foot gardening, so you really kind of pack plants in a little bit more than just, you know, one on one row, so on and so forth. So I'm going to do that as well. So we'll see how that works. So I'm super excited. My seeds shipped today. I mean, I'm not ready to plant them for the fall yet, although I do have to look when to do that because I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so I've got that. Now, everything she needs, oh yeah, I said that maybe for her I would use these stars, these bigger stars here. These aren't Denison, but they're like Denison. It doesn't say when they were made, but they were made in the United States by Standard Publishing, if that means anything to anybody. So we could put like 2 here and maybe 1 up here, like that. Okay, that looks good to me. Let's do that. Now, with vintage stickers like this, I will always use glue. I don't trust the adhesive that's on the back, so I'll always use some kind of glue on these guys. And I'm trying not to get it on the front, because if you get it on the front, it kind of dulls the shine on the gold, because these ones are quite shiny and pretty. So let's put this one, put this one out here. And I did get a little bit of glue on there, so let's see if I can't wipe it off. Yep. And then this one we're gonna put right there. Okay. I wish there was some way I could show you the banner completed and put together. However, I'm thinking that I'll try, and that would be the thumbnail, but I'm thinking that I'm not going to be able to, because it's going to be too wide for me to get a good picture and that you would actually be able to see what's on here. Okay, so that's that one. So this one needs some bling bling too, and we've got these Denison stars here, so maybe we will use, although look, I've got these Denison little gummed hearts. Let's use the hearts. I know it's not very patriotic to use hearts versus stars, but maybe we'll give him some stars. Just because we have the hearts here, it would be cute to have these. These are teeny tiny little hearts. Oh, Helen, you should have figured out where you're going to put them. Okay, well, how about right there? Okay, and then we'll keep them kind of together. Like maybe like that. Okay, let's do that. Because I like to have each one have a little bit of bling bling, and I think all the other ones that I did, the early ones I did. So this is a good way. So my takeaway for you guys for this is, first of all, you can make stuff other than just journals with using your same craft supplies. You would use journals, and banners and things like that are super easy. Garlands, banners, whatever, are just actually little pages from journals, so you can make them, just punch some holes and hang them. And my second of all takeaway is maybe go look at some of your older works and see if you can dig them out. Don't let them just, what did I say I was going to use here? Stars. We'll use the little stars on this one. Don't let them just sit forever in a old box or suitcase. I mean, like I said, mine was sitting in an old box. Okay, these are silver stars. Do I care? Let me see. Let me look at the other pieces here. Is there any silver on these? There's glitter glue, and that has a blue. Oh, okay, okay. No, we're not going to use stars on him. I'll tell you what we're going to use. I have them over here. I couldn't see them. I have, what are these things? Sequins. I've got some pretty blue sequins here. Oops, we could use some blue sequins on him. Oops, they're hard to control here. So maybe we'll use some blue sequins. How's that? Okay. Yeah, so get out your work. And so back to what I was talking about earlier, because I have to bounce back and forth and totally confuse everybody. When I was talking about that article that I read this morning about this woman and social media just kind of shutting her art down, use a journal or finish off a journal that you've started And don't worry about showing it to anybody. I mean, I'm so thrilled that those art journals, I'm going to, when I'm finished this, I'm going to probably work in those a little bit and just play. But, and I don't mind playing on camera, that's fine. But if I want to just like test a technique or something, it's not that interesting to you to see me fail over and over again if it doesn't work, right? If my thing doesn't work. But that's what an art journal's for, right? Okay. All right, so these are my little banners here, which will go with the other ones. Now, I'm just trying to take a look at the other ones. Let's see. They all have lace on the bottom, but since they're going to be interspersed, I don't think these need to have lace on the bottom, too. I think I'm going to keep those ones relatively simple. Yeah, I think I am. So what I'm going to do then, like I said, is just put some seam binding. I'm going to put the USA between them with the finished USA one in the back at the end. And then just string them all together. I'll try to take a picture. If you don't see a picture, you'll know it's because it's just too wide and I couldn't take one that you could actually see it. So guys, I hope you like this video. I know, like I said, it's something completely different, but I know a lot of you do your journals by month. Like, you know, so you're working on your June journal right now. So doing like a patriotic page or two in your June or July journals, even May, because of Memorial Day, you could certainly do something like this and just make it a journal page. You can also do a banner and just do like one piece like this and hang it from a door. Or if you have a little, tie a little piece of seam binding or something on, you can even have it hang these from a cabinet front or something. It doesn't have to be on a door or a fireplace. It could just even be on a piece of furniture that has a handle or something that you could hang it from. So just something a little different, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, guys, I hope you are all truly blessed. Bye-bye.